Hi, my name is Mark, and you know me from Day Did You Win on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Today I want to tell you about a new product that has just recently come out, and they are called Brilliant Reflective. Basically what they are adhesive strips or iron-on strips that you can put onto your already existing running clothing. Many running items that you may purchase do not have very little, or not at all any kind of reflective gear. For instance, this is a quarter zip jacket that I picked up at Fleet Feet recently. And as you can see, the Nike is a Nike brand shirt. They have a little bit of a reflective strip on the swoosh. And also on the sleeves right down here at the end, there's a small reflective band there. On the back, the only piece of reflective tape is right down here at the bottom. So not very much reflective strips on this shirt at all. So where Brilliant Reflective comes in is that you now have an option of more of a permanent fixture with the iron-on or the adhesive. Now on this shirt right here, I'm going to do the iron-on. I want this to stay on there. I want it to be permanent. With the adhesive, the stick-on ones, you can take them off. However, they do stay on pretty well, is my understanding. We're going to give them a try, though. All right, so we're going to open up the package. As you can see, I've already somewhat opened it. But the great thing about this is, on the inside of the packaging here, it gives you a good indication of where you should put these strips, where you'd be best visible. So I'm starting here. I already have the shirt on with the back side of the shirt facing up. I'm going to take these out here, and it suggests that you put 2 strips down the middle as well as 2 strips here on the bottom. Now I already got this 1 strip, so I'm going to leave it that here, but also putting some strips here on the shoulder blades. So I'm going to, and they do come in a little bit of varying sizes. You can cut them also if you want, but we're going to leave them as they are. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and lay them out. We'll come back after I have them laid out. Alright, so as you can see, I have my strips laid out now how I want them. One of my recommendations to you would be to go ahead and, if you're a perfectionist or anything like that, measure them first before. So we just kind of make sure, like for me, I measured how high they were up on the shirt, also how far they were off the seam there. And so I think I'm ready to go. These are pretty well centered here in the middle too. So I'm going to put these 4 strips on, put the thicker ones in the middle, put the thinner ones at the top there. It kind of is all up to you on how you want to do this. So basically then all you need to do then is take your iron. They say put it on medium. Mine on a 1 to 3 scale, they say to put it on the 2. For me, I don't have that, so they said put it on the silk scale. So that's why I have it put on right now. We'll just go ahead and start ironing this on. It's going to take a little bit, so alright, so you see how I'm kind of doing this. Why don't I go ahead, I'll finish this up and I'll show you when I get all 4 of them done. Alright, so I just got done ironing on the last ones, and I am ready then. There's a thin strip here, plastic strip, that you need to take off then after you're done ironing them on. As you can see, they are staying on very nicely right where I had them, so that's great. Let's get these last 2 strips off. And so now, instead of try to show you a little better, instead of just the 1 little strip here, I have now got 4 more additional reflective strips here on the front. So we're going to go ahead and do the front. I'll show you the front when I get it done, of what that looks like, what their recommendations are for that. And then I'll show you a couple other items that I'm trying. Alright, so I have here my Orange Mud Hydro Quiver. As you can see, there is a little bit of a thin stripe here, reflective band here, but it's really not that much. And so, for one thing, I have this really long strip from the Brilliant Reflective strips that haven't really been able to figure out how to use. But I'm going to go ahead and place this one on my Orange Mud. Seems like a good place for it. I'm going to put it right over this area right here. And basically these things are going to stay, this is the adhesive one, of course. can't really iron this onto the Hydro Quiver all that easily. So we're going to do the adhesives on these. And from what I've been told, and we're going to test this out, is see how long this thing will stay on. But that should be staying on for quite a while. It's going to take me, I think, pulling it off for it to come off at least anytime soon. So we're going to put that one there. I really don't have a smaller one I can use right now, but what I might do yet is I might just I might cut and paste, put one here, put one here. We'll see, but that is a good idea. It gives you kind of a good indication of where the strips on the Hydro Quiver can go. Also, one other thing I'm probably going to be doing with some of the smaller iron-on pieces, these are kind of my typical running gloves that I wear in the winter. They're Columbia brand. Absolutely no reflective gear on strips on these whatsoever. So thinking just putting a strip right here along the knuckles here, just to, once again, a little bit more added visibility for me on the run. And then lastly, another thing that I'm going to have to use the adhesives for is this vest. This is going to be a really good test of how well the adhesives stick, because this vest, specifically on the tags, it says no ironing. With the material this is made out of, I don't even want to try ironing this, but I will add adhesives to this. So what I'm going to do with this, especially with the way this thing is with the ventilation and everything, I'm going to add a strip. We'll add a strip there, let's say. We'll add a strip here. And one more. Let's go up top here. So, once again, that should add some visibility. And what I'm going to do also is I'm going to take some pictures of this when it's all done with the flash on my phone. And we're going to really show you guys how well this works. So, I look forward to showing that to you. Until then, thank you very much once again for watching. After trying the Brilliant Reflective strips over the last couple weeks, I have found many uses for them, as I have stated earlier. My Orange Mud Hydro Quiver, even on my running shoes, added the strips on the front and also on the back, as well as on a pair of gloves, and a couple other shirt items. Basically, I've been very well impressed with how well the strips stick, especially after laundry. I did have some issues, such as on this jacket, on the iron-ons, staying on through the laundry. However, it's basically just the corners that were coming up, and when I noticed that, all I did was I did the iron-on again, ironed them on, and they stayed on the next time and also stayed through the next wash. So they appear to be staying on a lot better. I was really impressed with how well, such as on this vest, the stick-ons stuck onto more of a nylon surface, such as this vest. I have not had any issues with them coming off whatsoever from the vest. So very well pleased with those as well. The only issue I've had with them is on such as these gloves here. More of a form-fitting glove. As you can see, the edges there, it is coming off. I think that's because when I put them on, of course, I wasn't wearing them, and so they weren't stretched out all that much. But then when I put on the glove, it stretches out a little bit more, and so it does not hold very well anymore. So I think that's the reason. But other than that, if you're not putting them on a form-fitting shirt or tights or anything like that, I really do think they're going to work out well for you. And I've noticed even that cars are picking up the reflection a lot better. I've noticed that cars move over a lot sooner when they're coming towards me than what they did when I wasn't wearing any kind of reflective gear at all. So I do think that they are working in that aspect as well. So if you're not wanting to put the money into more expensive running gear with reflection on it, this is a great option for you. You can just add it on to what you already own. And it's only $10 a pack, $9.99 online per pack of strips. And they basically, I think you can get a little bit more than one item per pack on. So you could probably put on about 2 shirts worth per pack is my guess, 1.5 to 2 shirts. So very well worth the investment. Of course, it's an investment in safety, and also investment in money is where you don't have to go out and buy the more expensive reflective gear. So check them out. They are online. You can search for them online at brilliantreflective.com. Also, they are on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. So check them out. Please feel free to read the rest of my review. The link is attached to this video, and I will talk to you later.